So you're not going to be able to take what you want to do with your life to a big scale unless you've got the ability to influence people, whether that be into taking a certain action or influencing people enough to want to watch you on a regular basis. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few principles that are going to help you influence people, or more so be influential. Now, the first thing is you've got to be believable. The easiest way to be believable is to really be about your shit. That means that you have to be taking action on what you're sharing with the world. And we need to see passion in that, real passion. And that's how we're going to set you apart from the next person. Everybody's out here who wants to inspire, influence, and motivate people. But it's not unless you're believable. It's not unless you can actually tap into a place of passion where you really can reach people that you are going to reach them. If you want to influence people, you need to be influential. Now, another principle when it comes to being influential is your communication skills, down to the words that you use, even down to the words that you use. For example, you've got to be talking in certain ways to familiarize people with you. So for example, if I'm talking to hip hop heads, I'm going to refer to them as fam or something along those lines. But if I'm talking to someone who owns a reputable business, I might refer to them as sir. And it's knowing when to use certain things with certain people. If I approach a hip hop head and say howdy doody, they're not going to respect me. They're not going to want to listen to what comes next. If I approach a middle class businessman like yo bruh, he's not going to listen to the next thing I have to say. So it's knowing your audience and knowing how to communicate with your audience. And it's not necessarily just the words, it's also in the actions that we take. Knowing what our audience wants and expects from us, and making sure that we cater to the demographic in a form of content that is true to them. One of the best direct ways that you can start influencing people is to be more of a helpful person. This is going to tie into the first one in terms of doing what you're talking about, by going out there and helping people directly. Now imagine the kind of influence you'll have on a person who's been stuck with a certain problem maybe their whole lives. Then all of a sudden you show up, you solve that problem like that. You can imagine how influential you are going to be to that person from that point onwards. So don't be shy to put yourself out there and help people. And when you're helping people, leverage that. Chances are they're going to share with the world what they thought about you helping them. They're going to shout you out and give you credit, but it's also leveraging things that people say about you. So if you go on your YouTube and someone leaves a comment on one of your videos shouting you out, take a screenshot, put it on social media, put a case study together, document where this person was when you met them, and document how far they've come since the time they've been working with you. It's all about leveraging this help you're giving out there. It's all good helping people. If you want to become influential, people need to be aware that you're out here helping people, whether you're helping them directly or you're showing the results that you're receiving with other people that you're helping. And when you learn to leverage that, you're going to start getting that word of mouth, and that's going to make you very influential. So that's just a few tips. If we're talking about how to become more influential, we're going to be here all day, right? There's so much that goes into it. But if you would like me to touch on this video again and give some more principles, feel free to let me know. Drop a comment below and tell me that you would want me to do that. Make sure to share this video if it helped you. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to put a link in the description for you to go to my Facebook page. Make sure you like the page, because I put a lot of content on there that you don't get to see on YouTube. And of course, don't get mad, get motivated.